Hello Pisces, welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane. Now I'm going to be doing a story time, a Jane a day, but it's going to be a story time this morning because I had a great big breakthrough from Spirit yesterday in something personal that happened in my life. I am going to clear the space at the same time before Spirit talks. Spirit, thank you so much for your infinite wisdom and everything that you share with us. Things that we choose to see and other things that we do not see. The greatest thing about you is that you keep providing us clues and signs until we become aware of the situation and then eventually clue in our very human way of doing things. Thank you so much, and thank you for the wisdom that you've imparted me that I'm now going to share with the Pisces Collective. I thank you so much, and I am so grateful for you. All right, Pisces. Okay, here we go. I have known for quite a bit of time right now, and through my husband's urging, that I should be going to see back to a doctor. I am not ill. I am just getting older, and I generally don't like doctors because, well, here's where it's the insane thing is, I don't truly know why. Every time I've gone to a doctor, and I've seen many specialists because I've had, conditions where they basically were of no help and somewhat traumatic, a little bit heartless, careless, cold. I thought these were the reasons. But at this point, knowing what I know and being who I am, I figured I would just use them as diagnostic tools and go see them and then find a healer. And that was very new, to see two different individuals, to have care on my body if something should arise, which nothing has as of yet. So the universe has said, trust in the universe to keep me safe, and I'm going to put that in their hands. But here I was making plans to go visit a doctor again and basically having a hissy fit, such as a child in a store who goes down on all fours and goes, no, no, no. Tears, hot tears, and anger, and being very frustrated as a simple appointment with a family doctor, if you want to call him that. A doctor who you are familiar with, maybe? So, hence comes the appointment and some of the testing suddenly. And I kept asking Spirit, why am I so adamant about this? Why am I having such a deep-rooted fear reaction to this when I am not afraid to die? This does not make any sense. Because I am not afraid to die, Pisces. I know there is something else. I know my loved ones are there. I know I'm going back to energy. So the fear of dying has really left me. I would be sad to leave. It would be a sadness of leaving. I'm enjoying this journey, especially now that I know where my journey is going into helping. You'll have to excuse me. Yep, Spirit's coming through. You guys are right. That happens when they come through. I'm going to throw a little coffee down that. Coffee and chocolate. You remember that, my Pisces? Absolutely. So, here we go. The day of the appointment comes. I stoically go. I take all my courage and I walk in. I'm really well off. I feel better. I feel just emotionally quiet. Which is the weirdest thing, because the day before, I wasn't emotionally quiet. I was actually very upset, but I go in all my full regalia, spiritual Queen of Cups, thinking to myself, I am emotionally stable. I can do this. I am strong. I'm a mature and sensitive person. I'm receptive, and I did. And all I kept hearing from Spirit is just go in and be quiet. Just quiet. Just receive. Be in the act of receiving. Okay? Because they told me if I was in the act of receiving, they're coming in, Pisces, that I would get a lot more things coming in. Okay? There is such a thing sometimes of just being quiet, even when you feel combative, even when you feel like you're gonna, you're gonna fight or flight. In this case, they told me to just go in, okay? So here I am in my blue hair, okay, putting down all my battle wands, okay, my strong opinions, because I don't like doctors, okay? And trying not to be of a clashing personality with the healthcare professionals that are there. So they put me on the weight thing, they take my height, and they start, and they plan blood tests, and we go in, and he starts performing a test, which I won't describe here, but it was somewhat more painful than I thought, okay? Usually, the Harmony Cup, usually I can deal with a lot of testing with a lot of cool, calm, and collectiveness. Nothing really scares me in the diagnostic tool because I am a fan of science. Okay, so I know testing helps in scientific research, and I've never been afraid of blood tests or needles or implements of any kind. However, this is me in harmony with science. I'm okay with that. That wasn't a problem, and I knew that. So he's done the testing, and he's caused me a bit of discomfort and a little bit of body trauma. We'll just leave it at that. Okay. And in the quiet stability of the moment, the Emperor, okay, in my stable self, I looked at him, and these words come out. And I said, well, I haven't seen you in a long time. And I said, you weren't very nice. And I swear to God, Pisces, everything got really quiet. It felt like everything stopped for a moment. It's like, those moments where Spirit kind of sets up the moment for you to have complete clarity when this antagonistic, okay, person, the Two of Pentacles, where you become open and adaptable to all messages that come in. This is what it is, okay? I heard him say, they don't pay me to be nice. Now, my usual reaction would have been, what an a-hole, who the hell does he think he is? Nobody should be paid to be nice. But of course, I said just quite simply from Spirit, in the nicest tone and the quietest way, well, that may be the problem. Nobody should ever pay anybody to be nice, Doctor. And for a moment, he was very quiet. But in that moment, it wasn't his reaction that was important, because I doubt he will change. He has been conditioned, okay? Until he transitions into a new way of thinking, nothing will really change in the way that he does things. The thing that did change was me, okay? The reason I don't like doctors, because for me, doctors are people who have doctorates in a specific education, okay? They're not healers. They're diagnostic tools. They're conditioned. They're an elite group of people who can afford to go to medical school to study a certain type of thing to give care to people. Because of such the long studying that they have to do, there's less of them than there should be. There should be more healers. There should be different kind of doctors, and I'm not talking about a foot doctor and a head doctor. I'm thinking about different levels of doctoring, okay, that can describe themselves as health care people, okay, and not doctors. They should make this a profession where everyday people are able to study and do different levels of care. You see it every day in people who do diagnostic. People who take your blood are one type of health care. Most of them are very nice, okay? The actual doctors are very limited, okay? They're very limited. And they work so hard, and there's so many patients to one very high-paid doctor that the care or the level of care has become dehumanized. And where that statement, where Spirit showed me the light of that statement, telling me, Jane, do you see what is wrong here? Do you see all the choices that have been taken away? Do you see how there's no room for adaptability until there is change? Okay? So that was a very big message yesterday, Pisces, and that's the one I'm bringing you today. That is spirit change. When you are afraid of something, we've been dealing with this all week, it's time for you to take charge and take a few steps forward and figure out why. Spirit will come in, okay? Go in receiving, okay? So to see the choices that come in here, okay? You want to come in and take a few steps and going, why am I so afraid of this? Why is this why am I butting heads against the wall for this when it doesn't make any sense? Why was I so upset about seeing a doctor when I'm unafraid of dying? It wasn't this. It was the coldness of the situation. It was that in 2 appointments and barely 25 minutes, this doctor took no time to know anything about me or the body that I have been sitting in for the last 50 years. Okay? There's the fact that they are going at breakneck speeds, but they have created an elite society where they limit the amount of doctors, thinking that, well, it's a very important job. But by limiting this job, okay, to only certain people and not bringing in so many different levels that they could. Spirit shows me so many different levels of healers coming in. And if we had those, the kindness and the humanity would be so much better. They're even saying we treat our animals better at this point than we do some of our human beings. Okay, that even veterinarians are more compassionate to animals than doctors of people. This is a very big imbalance, okay? So this is why I had a fit. It was the imbalance of things. This elite society of doctors where there's no room but the very smart, but the very cold. And they're going too fast because of the numbers, that they're actually causing more harm than well-being to people. There's a great opportunity to open all of this. So I'm going to tell you right away, for myself, as an opinion coming from me, if any of you want to become naturopath and healthcare practitioners in a different field, even if it is a doctor or a different kind of doctor, please do. We need you. We need more people like you, okay? We need to make it a mainstream, just like we're making spirit mainstream, so that people can't say, oh, you're listening to a woo-woo tarot reader. It'll be, no, a tarot reader is something we need. Somebody who meditates, who practices meditation and helps other people meditate, find their own power. We need these people. We need healthcare people. Okay? And I'm not going to call them doctors. Okay? It's not necessary to be the conventional doctor. We need healers. There's a difference. Okay? A doctor is one, and I wrote everything down yesterday, is a practitioner who holds a doctorate, a degree. And a degree, the word degree means the extent to which something happens, okay? So that says a lot. Awarded by a graduate or educational organization. A practitioner. And a practitioner is somebody who practices a profession. So there's nothing in there about healing, okay? A healer, a person that mends or repairs something, a person who seeks to cure disease or heals injuries, sometimes by means other than the conventional method. So the word mend means repairing something or someone broken or damaged. Seeks, attempt to find, asking someone for something such as knowledge, tools, to go in search of. So you're seeing the constant apprentice, right? Cure, to relieve or heal a person or animal of the symptoms of a disease or condition. Heal, to make free of injury or disease, to make well again. Unconventional, not based on or conforming to what is generally done or believed. Okay? So here's what I know, guys. A doctor will practice his profession based on the diagnostic tools and teachings that are taught to him by an educational organization. To diagnose to what they consider conventional with an equally conventional treatment that treats the symptoms when a cure cannot be found by the conventional methods of their disposal. A healer searches the root cause of illness and injury and looks at both conventional and unconventional methods to heal and repair injuries and illnesses. And one deals with care and compassion, even when a cure can't be found, okay? And one deals with limitations and boundaries. And this is basically all that I've gotten yesterday, okay? And again, a stability will be restored when adaptability is brought in. In other words, not just one way of performing medicine, and then a real change will happen. So I know this is a lot, and I know it is from my personal story, but this is what they're talking about. If you take action in your fears and you go, you will find the reason of the disharmony, okay? The disability stems in the fact that there's an imbalance, okay? Somebody is not being adaptable. Somebody is being restricted, limited, okay? And there's no transition. And you seeing the reverse of that. What stability can be brought by adaptability and transition. This is what's going to help you take action, okay? So I took my first steps. I took action in my life to do something that brought me fear, okay? And I didn't realize that these two were connected. I thought these were completely disconnected, but of course Spirit does not work that way. So guys, when you start taking action in your life, keep your cool. Be inside of your nature. When you are calm, you're going to see the different choices, the different things happening around you, not just your perception of it. When you are not conflicting with somebody with ego, but open receptively to what they say, even their antagonistic comments will come in as a bright light of sunshine. Okay? That's the other thing. When he spoke, everything got quiet and it got bright. Because when the words came out clear as a bell, slow and clear, they do not pay me to be kind. This was like a pow, a zoom, a lightning moment, a tower moment, whatever you want to call it. It became crystal clear what the message had been communicated, okay? And the communicator was not aware that he did it. But we were meant to meet. He was meant to say this to me, to send me this message so that I can pass it on to you. That's the other message, Pisces. I am very grateful for the message that he sent, that he gave me to give to you, okay? It's a very big message today. It's really, yeah. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support, okay? And the other one that came in is all paths leads home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. So this is going in and looking out. Okay, both these cards are talking about looking in and looking out. Because there's stuff coming in from outside, such as the doctor speaking. That's an external. And then my response. Nobody should ever pay anybody to be kind or nice, okay? That's an in. That was out. This is in, okay? So, they're also saying that you have support. from both. And you know, the star family, he is part of my star family. You would say to yourself, why would somebody who says such, you know, mean things be part of a star family? Absolutely. His soul, his spirit, his energy knew that at one point he would be giving me this message today. That makes him part of us. Believe it or not. Okay? So when you start seeing people such as himself as part of the solution, giving you signs and clues to where you need to be or what you need to be addressing within yourself, you're using every single tool in the arsenal, okay? All the choices become important choices. Even the choices that have, like, fire, dragons, and snakes. You'd think, oh, I'm not going to pick that. No. In those messages, you're getting people who are giving you awesome messages, Pisces. Don't dismiss it. Don't look at it as something that is unimportant. It is very important, okay? All right, so this is reconnecting with your inner child. Your inner child is very important because the inner child is the one closest to your energy when you first come back here. And I always like this card because that's what I feel like. It's connecting you to being so open to everything. You don't react to things in ways like, you know, like, oh, you're an antagonistic person and I can't stand you and I'm just going to walk away from you. You actually invite these beautiful moments of complete recognition, because the way they say things or the way their limits make you limitless. Page of Wands, brand new ideas, okay? You see things in a brand new light, okay? You see things as new situations, new ideas. You become fearless, okay? And very optimistic, okay? So, now I spread the message to all you healers, the people who are thinking, well, I can't be a doctor, it costs too much to go to school. Start any way you can. Start studying herbs. Start studying what the ancestors used to do with the land. That is as important as anybody else's work. Maybe even more important, because you're reconnecting to something that really connects the human body to the planet, okay? So that is my message for you today. I'm sorry, I know it's a little unconventional, but it was important, and I'm leaving it as such. For anybody who has a problem with it, I hope you clicked off, and if you didn't like it, well, it's your choice not to come back. Thank you so much. I'm sending lots of love, light, blessings to you, and I'm going to come back with the extended with a little more spirit energy here. Just let them talk and see what they have to put into my experience that I shared with you to help you through your experiences. Take care, Pisces. I'll see you later.